This past weekend, Joel Diaz and Ethan White were online for pizza, and because the night was cold, the two men held hands and stood close together. Another man in front of them, in line, told them, and I'm going to quote, "Cut that gay shit out." And then something remarkable happened.
As you set it up perfectly, we were standing there in line waiting, and the gentleman in front of us turned and said that to us. And, I was a bit startled by his response right away, and took a step back and asked, do you know where you're at? The Short North is one of Columbus's premier neighborhoods. It's an arts district, and it has a very strong gay population. So I was really taken aback by the fact that he would make a comment like that there. And immediately after I said that, he continued his comments. The people around us started chiming in and saying for him to cut it out, that type of language wasn't tolerated in that space in our neighborhood. And it was pretty amazing because these were perfect strangers who were standing around us who were making those comments. So and then, a few moments later, Levi actually jumped in the conversation. This guy kept going, became a little bit more vocal and irate. And Levi leaned over out of the pizza truck and told the guy to calm down, or he was going to kick him out of line. And the guy continued his, berating comments. And, Levi said, "That's it. You got to go. It's time for you to leave the line. We don't tolerate this type of behavior. And we accept all the people in our community. And it's time for you to leave the line." And basically kicked him out of line. And the guy begrudgingly walked away and didn't get his pizza that night. So
I was just amazed that these people we had never met before, we didn't even ask them for help, just stood up, and they weren't even mean about it. They let him know that it wasn't all right what he was saying, what he was doing. He needed to just be a nicer individual. And I'd never seen something like that before. So to be able to be a part of that was a little bit life-changing.
This is speech matching more speech. This is a proprietor saying, "I won't deal with this." Is this a symbol, really, a sign of the time that things are changing?
It really is. I think it gives gay people around the world, not just in Columbus, a sign that the tide is changing. The equality movement is gaining a lot of strength, and it's really great to hear. I think that's why so many people connected to this story, is that we don't hear these stories too often where people come together, perfect strangers come together, and local businesses come together to take a stand against hate in that way. And I think that was really important for this story and what happened and what transpired. So it was pretty amazing to experience.